Hi YouTube, this is Natural Diva 624. I have not been on YouTube in a very long time, very long time. However, I just felt like I should explain to you why I haven't been on YouTube in a minute. I do have subscribers, and I do have, excuse me, people who follow me on here and all that stuff. So, I figured I should at least explain to you what's been going on the last, 5 months of my life. So. I'll give you the abbreviated version. I don't want this video to end up being 70 years long. So basically, I experienced some things growing up, as well as in my adult life. My freshman year of college in particular, actually all 3 years that I was at Grand Valley State, I experienced a lot of difficult times for many different reasons, but they were difficult times, you know, regardless. So I ended up not staying at Grand Valley. I left Grand Valley and decided not to go back there anymore. Not because I was not healed of all the things that happened at Grand Valley, although I wasn't, but that's not why I chose not to go back there. I just didn't want to go. I was like, I'm sick of this school. I wanted to go to Columbia College Chicago for the longest time. And I was like, man, I'm leaving. I'm sick of this school. I'm not coming back. I failed another semester. So I just had like really rough times there. Really rough times. So I left Grand Valley and I had an apartment in Allendale. I ended up letting them, I had a job. I got a job, right? Because money was going to run out because of school. And how I chose not to go back. And I paid rent with financial aid. But if you're not in school, you don't get financial aid. So I had to find a job very quickly, and I did. And I was like, oh, this is great. God gave me this job. It was awesome. It's awesome. Then once I got the job and I was working the job, I was like, man, I'm so grateful for this. But I was like kind of getting prideful. And I'm like, oh, I'm on top of the world. And my job kind of took the place of what God was wanting for me at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and which was to be seeking Him, which is all the time He wants that from us. But I kind of just stopped. Like, I would read when I could, or I was involved in church and I was working in church, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Working in church, serving here. I got a job. I can gas my car. I don't have to borrow money from nobody. This is dope. Once I got high and mighty about it, so which I didn't think I was being arrogant, but my priorities just got out of order. God is first. You know what I'm saying? Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all its righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. Like, I completely ignored that scripture and was not living by it at all. And so he took stuff one by one. First was my job, then my car, then my apartment, and then my license. And so here I am living away from home. I'm not from Grand Rapids, I'm from Flint. Family still lives in Flint, and well, most of them still live in Flint. And I was like, I'm not going back to my house. I'm sorry, I refuse to move back to Flint. It's just not what's up. I don't need to be at home. And so I was like, I'm not going back. So because of that, I was given one option and one option only to stay here and not expect any help from my mom. But I also have sisters. I have 3 sisters and I have a brother who's a year younger than me. And my father. My parents are not together anymore. But so anyway, basically I had to just figure it out. If I was going to stay here, I had to figure it out. So I started looking for a job. Okay, I'm looking for a job, heavy duty, just hardcore looking for a job. And I couldn't find anything. So damn, it sucks, man. So I started seeking counsel from like my pastor and my youth pastor and all that, like everybody. I'm like people who I thought were important, and like who are I feel are wise. My pastor's wife, and we're close, like they're very reachable and but they're cool people. They're awesome. So I started, talking to people, trying to figure out how I could stay here. I let them know my situation, and long story short, I couldn't find a job. just couldn't find the job. My license was suspended, so I was forced to ride the bus everywhere I went. But I wanted to go back to school, so God allowed me to find a way without my mother's information on my FAFSA to go to school. Well, her information's still on there, but she didn't have to fill out, like, give her tax information for the following year anymore. So I went back to school this past summer. I'm actually in school right now. I just took 2 classes. I took a psych class. I took a philosophy class that I wanted to just kind of clean up my grades for, or whatever. And so I took those two. I'm taking those 2 classes right now, and well, psych is over. I got an A, and philosophy is gonna be done in like August, but I'm like next month, a couple weeks actually. And so I'll be acing that too. Amen. And so God let me go back to school, which is awesome. And my youth pastor took me in, and then they moved out, and my mentor took me in. I tried to find places to live, or just trying to find somewhere to stay, and it was really difficult. I'm like, man, Lord, I do not want me to be living on my own, and there are things that would make sense if you were saying, Kat, no, I don't want you living on your own, then that would make a lot of sense. I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna live alone. But that's kind of the conclusion that I came to. Like, maybe he just doesn't want me to live on my own, So I live with my mentor, which is awesome. I love her and her kids. It rocks. But God being my provider, I'm saying, literally, like, just being Jehovah Jireh has taken a completely new meaning to me because I'm not working. I'm living with someone else, and I'm having to find ways to gas my car. So, by the way, I got my license back. Got provided the money through school to get my license back or whatever. So I'm driving again. Now I'm just trusting God for, gas money pretty much, and money for just like me, like, toiletries or whatever and stuff like that, because I eat what my mentor eats. She feeds me. She's awesome. She gives me whatever I need. Like, she rocks. And she's housing too. So basically, I just have to have money to gas my car to get to school for now. So during this time, I was with my youth pastor for 3 months. I've been with my mentor for a month. During the time I was with my youth pastor, there was just a lot of construction going on in my heart, like mad construction, strongholds just being like ripped to shreds. You know what I'm saying? Just like taken off my life and from my heart, and healing taking place. And so that was a really hard 3 months. A really hard 3 months. I cried a lot. Man, it was hard, but God would put me through all of it, and there are things that I learned in that 3 months that I'm now putting into practice, and that's also hard. But I learned my identity when I was living there. There's so many good things happened when I was living there, and I'm just so grateful for that time there, and for the things that I now know, and like the strength that I have now, having lived there. And the confidence in God that I had, having lived there. So it's awesome now to be in the place that I'm in, spiritually, and physically. Like, I've learned to be content. You know what I'm saying? I'm still just learning that lesson, teaching myself, and with the word, and just like, all right, Jalisa, you know what I'm saying? Learn to be content. You have what you need. It is not a priority for you to have everything you want. That's not a priority. All you have to have are your needs, and God said He would supply your needs according to His riches and glory, not your wants, which He does so graciously bless me, and I'm able to buy certain things sometimes for myself, which is awesome. But if He didn't, I would still be, excited about it, and excited about life, and excited about serving Him because He's awesome. So yeah, there was a long 3 months, but it was an awesome 3 months. So right now, I'm actually about to transfer to another school. I've been seeking God on that, and just a lot has been going on. There's a lot as far as my heart, my life, moving, getting ready to move again when I just moved. So there's just been a lot going on. But I will be back with videos and whatever you guys want to see. Tutorials, makeup tutorials, hair tutorials, whatever. It's obviously just pushed back in a puff today, but whatever you guys want to see, I'll be back with it. And I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem, speaking on these things, because I'm excited that God has brought me out of these things, and He's been with me through it all. So I have no problem talking about my struggles, in public or out front. I just believe that God is going to continue to walk with me, and I'm so happy that I can trust Him now. And well, I could trust Him before, but I didn't. I'm so happy that I do trust in Him now to be my provider and to guide me. It is so much easier. Life is just so much easier when you trust God. Like, He's God. Just put your faith in Him, and He really does work it out. Like, He really does. I've been broke, you guys, like flat broke, and random opportunities will come right in the nick of time, and right in the nick of time with just the right amount of money that I need. Or like, and then this past time it was like an overflow. I'm like, yeah. When I was like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna gas my car for the next, month, couple weeks, whatever. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, and this opportunity came up a couple months ago, and I've been working on that, and I just got paid for that this past weekend. Actually, yesterday I got paid for that, and now is the time when I don't have money. So I'm like, I have overflow. I can pay the bills to go to school, and I can pay the bills for my car. I can put gas in my car and get to school this week. Actually, for the next couple of weeks. But yeah, God is just awesome. And no, this is not where God is going to leave me, because He has me going to another school soon, Indiana Wesleyan. So all my housing problems are going to be over with. Yeah, the thing is like a triangle. Can't really do it. But anyway, the logo is a triangle. It's in Marion, Indiana. It's a private Christian college or university, and it's dope. Big, beautiful, awesome. The presence of God is amazing on that campus. So I'm like stupid excited that I was obedient, and I went to visit the campus for the second time a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, Friday actually, and God just worked everything out for me. He worked out my financial aid in a matter of minutes. They went from telling me that, I wasn't going to get enough money because of the situation with my mom's information on my FAFSA and how I don't have access to that anymore, to telling me that I can become an independent 2 years early. I'm only 22. I get to become an independent at 22 instead of 24, and I'm eligible for all the grants, all the scholarships, all the loans, everything. And at the end of the day, all I'm going to have to take out, in loans, is going to end up being like 4,000 or 5,000 for the year, which is dope because I'm used to taking out like 10 for a year. So yeah, God's awesome. So put your trust in them, people. But yeah, I'll be back to talk about my makeup and my hair and all that stuff, and just ask a couple questions about what you guys want to see, what this page is actually for, and where I'm headed in life next.